Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie Soriano here, and welcome to the webinar. I'm super excited to be with you guys tonight, and we are going to go over a lot of information, guys, in a very short period of time. So do me a favor and just grab a notepad, something that you can write on and take some notes, because again, I'm going to fly through a lot of information. I'm going to slow down on some parts that I really want to emphasize, because really I want to give you a tremendous amount of value. Okay. I know from the email that I sent you guys, and I know some of you guys read through that email, or maybe you saw the link that I posted on Facebook, but at the end of the day, the bottom line for this webinar tonight and over the next couple of minutes, we're going to be talking about how to rake in leads from the internet. Okay. Because if you're building a network marketing business, an affiliate marketing business, if you're looking to sell your coaching or maybe your digital products or ebooks that you've created, at the end of the day, if you don't have leads or a list, you're going to have a hard time making sales. Okay. And so what I want to do tonight is I really want to spend some time with you guys talking about raking in leads. Okay. How do you get leads on the internet? Because chances are, if you're on this webinar, you're probably a network marketer. You're probably someone who's in the network marketing space, and you're looking for ways to leverage the internet on and looking to get yourself in front of people that are looking for what it is that you're offering, right? Because at the end of the day, if you can get yourself in front of people that are already looking for what it is that you're offering, then making sales is going to be pretty. I don't want to say easy, okay, because I hate using that word. But again, at the end of the day, if you can get yourself in front of people that are already looking for what it is that you're offering, then making sales is not going to be that difficult. So before we dive into the information here tonight, do me a favor. If you have a phone, obviously you have a phone, right? Turn it off or turn the ringer off. If you're on Facebook, cut yourself out of Facebook, cut yourself out of Skype, get off Instagram, hold on to the text messages. Okay. Just give me your undivided attention for the next couple of minutes, because, again, the information I'm going to share with you tonight, really could be life changing. And I know that sounds really cliche, but check this out. Okay. What would your business be like if you had 20 to 30 plus leads a day coming in, right? I mean, I don't know what network marketing company you're in, but regardless of what company that you're in, if you had 20 to 30 leads a day coming into your inbox, your sales funnel, whatever you want to call it, right? You're not going to have a hard time building that business. For me, I've been fortunate enough to learn how to market online and generate a ton of leads. And because of that, some of you guys saw the video on the registration page. I've been able to do some pretty cool things. Okay. In my last network marketing company, I sponsored personally 52 people with a $500 buy-in, all because I had a list, right? I sponsored over 80 people into a high ticket program called Empower Network when it first came out, all because I had a list. I did that all within my first 30 to 45 days. Inside of My Lead System Pro, which is the finest attraction marketing community on the internet today. It's an awesome marketing system. I've personally referred over 400, almost 400 people actually, into that system. Why? How am I able to do that? Because I'm so special? No, it's because I figured out how to get leads online, and I was able to build an email list, which that email list, I was able to build a relationship with that list. And once you have an email list and you have a relationship with that list, you can pretty much promote, sell, share anything or any offer with that list, and you're gonna have some success. Okay. And so what I want to do is I want to just jump right into the information. Let me share my screen with you guys. Let me share my screen here, and then we'll dive right into the info. Give me 1 second here. Okay. All right. All right. Awesome. Okay. So hopefully you guys are seeing, the slide here. Okay. And it's called How to Leverage the Internet and Rake in Leads Like a Rock Star. By the way, that's my Facebook link. If you, just in case, we're not connected on Facebook and you do have some questions or anything that might come up later, feel free to inbox me, hit me up on chat. I'm always on Facebook. It's, my Messenger app is always on, and I'm always communicating with people all the time. So it's a great way for you to catch me. Okay. And if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. There's my link right there. But let's talk about how to get yourself in a position to get leads. Okay. Because at the end of the day, like I mentioned before, internet marketing, online marketing, it's all about getting leads. As a matter of fact, forget about internet marketing and online marketing, just marketing in general. Being an entrepreneur and having a business, you need to have leads. Okay. I mean, that's why, traditional business owners, they spend a lot of money on leads. They do advertising and print ads and things of that nature. Now, again, why am I talking about that? Because whether you're an offline traditional business owner or an internet marketer or a network marketer, if you don't have leads, you're not gonna be able to build your business. If you're not having success, I always tell people, look, if you're not having success in your business, chances are it's because you just lack the leads, because lead prosperity equals prosperity. Okay. If you have more people, asking you about your business than you can get to, I mean, that's a good problem to have, right? So here's what you're going to learn on this live webinar. Okay. Number one, you're going to learn how to leverage the internet to get leads and build your list. You're also going to learn the 5-step formula that every top marketer uses to make more sales and profit, even when people say no to their business, right? Again, if you're a network marketer, which chances are you're a network marketer if you're on this webinar, if someone does not join your business, typically what happens to most people? Well, they get bummed out and they move on to the next person. Okay. Which there's nothing wrong with that. But what if you can still make money or profit even when people say no to your business? Now, I'm going to talk to you about how you're able to do that online in this webinar. So make sure you're paying very close attention. You stay for the whole thing. Because again, like I said before, there's going to be a lot of information here. As a matter of fact, because, there's a lot of information that I do want to deliver, if there's anything that I miss or we just run out of time, then I'm going to schedule a secondary webinar to cover any bases that I didn't hit. Okay. But I'm going to do my best to try to cover everything tonight, because I do want you to leave here, having the overall concept in your head. And again, whether you want to leverage the tools, whether you want to get involved with the marketing system that I actually use, that's irrelevant. Okay. The bottom line is whether you want to leverage the tools or pick up the system that I'm going to share with you tonight, at the end of this webinar, you're going to have a basic understanding at the very least of how to market your business online. Okay. The third thing you're going to see is you're going to see an inside look into my marketing system. And then we're going to do some Q&A. Okay. We're going to go into some question and answer. So have some questions ready. If you have any questions, you might have already a couple prepared. If not, if anything pops up during the course of this webinar, just jot them down. We're going to try to get to, your question. Okay. Now, why should you even pay attention? Okay. Why should I, some of you guys, this is your first webinar with me. Maybe you're new to my list. Maybe you've just connected with me on Facebook, or you've just liked my business page. And, you're wondering, why should I even listen to you? Okay. Well, experience for one. Okay. I've been involved with the network marketing industry for over 18 years. As a matter of fact, this is really all I've known. Straight from college, I actually went straight from college into network marketing. Okay, I was invited out to a meeting, just like some of you guys may have, been introduced to the concept of network marketing. And based on that meeting, I got super excited about the industry because, they talked about leverage and residual income. And these are all things that, I didn't know existed. The only thing I knew when I got involved with this industry was I was 22 and a half years old or whatever. I had a little part-time job at Mount Sinai Hospital in uptown Manhattan, because I'm from New York. And I was going to school and I was watching all my buddies and friends graduate from college, and they'd even have jobs in the field that they were studying for, right? They were all working in retail. And again, nothing wrong with that. But I just knew that for me, I was just like, man, this cannot be my life, right? Getting out of college, I did not want to, invest the next 20, 30, 40 years of my life working for somebody else, because, I hated my job then. I was thinking to myself, man, imagine what my life would be like if I, stick around working for somebody else for the next 40 years. Right. And I started looking around at my job at the time. And I started looking around at the people that were there for 20 and 30, 40 years. And guess what? Not one of them came to work with a smile. Every single one of them was miserable. Every single one of them just looked like they wanted to, blow their head off. Right. And so for me, I was like, man, that is my future. Right. So I really didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't really know network marketing existed. All I knew was that I wanted to do something, and I wanted to do something different. So, make a long story short, when I got invited out to a meeting, and I was the guy that, they invited out and I didn't show up. Matter of fact, I didn't show up for 8 months. Okay. Now here I was looking for something and I wasn't showing up. Okay. When they were inviting me out to the meeting. Okay. But finally, I just said, you know what, I'm just going to take a look at this. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? And so 8 months later, I actually went into a meeting and saw the concept of network marketing, and it just blew my mind. And make a long story short, I went straight from college into network marketing within 13 months, never having any experience or having never done any type of business like that. In 13 months, I was actually at the vice president position at the company that I was with. So, we had some success. Okay. And for the last 18 years, we've been full time in this profession. We've been a home-based business entrepreneur. Again, for the first 10 years of my career, I built businesses and teams offline. Now, again, we're going to talk about internet marketing in this webinar, but I'm just kind of giving you the backdrop of, I know what I know, and I've been around the block. And I've seen success. As a matter of fact, we've made over 7 figures over our career in this space. Okay. So again, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm just letting you know that, we know some things. Okay. And, if you're not seeing success in your business right now, chances are we can give you some value and we can give you some tips and we can give you some help. Right. But what happened was after 10 years of building my business offline, I wanted to, the internet at the time when I first got started in this industry, it wasn't around. There was no Facebook. There was no Skype. There was no Instagram or YouTube or anything like that. So I was building businesses offline, right? Going to malls, giving out my business card, meeting strangers, things of that nature. And I'll be honest with you, it was brutal. Okay. But my desire for success was higher than the pain I felt doing that stuff. And so we just went through the grind and we were able to, achieve success inside of our company. But around 5 years ago, I started looking at the internet because the internet was starting to blow up. Right. And I said, you know what, there has to be a way to leverage the internet and make, building this business or building my business not so much easier. Okay. Because I don't believe there's anything such as easy business. Right. If anybody tells you that business is easy, they're probably lying to you. Okay. Because there's nothing easy in business. Right. But I was looking for some ways to leverage to make my life a little bit more simpler. Right. I don't want to have to run around the all over my city and run from one Starbucks to the other and go to people's homes at night, and nothing against that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I said, you know what? I can still do that stuff, but I want to be able to leverage the internet because there's so many people on the internet and a lot of them are looking for some way to make money. If I can just put my business in front of them and I could, leverage different tools and things of that nature, that has to be a way. So make a long story short, I actually got back-ended. I was watching some videos on YouTube one day and I actually got back-ended into My Lead System Pro, which is, again, it's a generic marketing system. Now, again, some of you guys might have heard of My Lead System Pro. Maybe you haven't, maybe you like it, maybe you don't. I just know for me, I got back-ended into the system. And once I really started to dig into the information, number one, I was overwhelmed because I wasn't an internet marketer. I was totally doing my business offline, right? But once I started to dig into the information, man, I started to get excited because I said, you know what, if I can just get leads, because I can get on the phone, I can talk to people, I can do presentations, I can share a concept, I can share my business, I can get excited about products. The problem is if I can't find those people to talk to, I'm not gonna be able to build a business. But if I can just get in front of people, AKA leads, I said, you know what, it's gonna be game over, right? So I started to dig into the information, and lo and behold, because of some things that we've learned inside of My Lead System Pro, because everything I've learned about internet marketing, probably 97% of it I learned from inside of My Lead System Pro, right? Again, with obviously my own experience and testing and falling flat on my face and trial and error. But, I learned the fundamentals and I had a good foundation because of the things I learned in My Lead System Pro. And, here I am with the owners of My Lead System Pro. I actually all time, and My Lead System Pro has been around, I believe, since 2008. They've paid out over $10 million in affiliate commissions. They've literally had tens of thousands of affiliates walk through their doors over the last 8 years. And all time, I'm actually number 8 in all-time leads. Okay. So just to give you a little, again, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm trying to give you some documentation here that I know how to get leads, okay? Because there's the people that have walked through the halls of My Lead System Pro is literally a who's who of internet marketing rock stars, right? I mean, everyone that you see on the internet that's just crushing it and killing it at one point, they were probably a part of My Lead System Pro. They probably got their start in My Lead System Pro. So we've actually been blessed to be number 8 in all-time leads. And again, just to give you some background on myself and document the fact that I can help you get leads because I know how to do it, right? Here's just this is just a couple of my pictures here. And I kind of threw these slides together just a little while ago. So I apologize if they're kind of all over the place, but I'll walk you through it. Okay, this is just one of my email subscriber list, right? I mean, this is just, I got 176 leads one day, 200 leads the next day, 101 leads. So, we're averaging over 100 plus leads a day. And I have a couple of different lists, but, imagine what your business would look like or how excited you would be if you were generating 20, 30, 40 leads a day. Forget about, these big numbers, right? Forget about generating 100, 200 leads a day. What if you were just generating 20, 30? Because at the end of the day, if you can generate 20, 30, 40 leads a day, you can build your business online, right? The magic number when I got started they told me was, Jamie, if you can get to 25 plus, 25, 30 leads a day, you're gold. And so that was my initial goal. Okay. My initial goal right out of the gate was, man, I want to get to 25, 30 leads a day. And it wasn't easy, right? It wasn't easy because, again, this was about 4 years ago, and a lot of tools and things of that nature that are around today with the system, wasn't around back then. I mean, Instagram and a lot of these other social networking websites that are around right now that people are killing it on and actually getting a lot of leads and making sales and stuff. None of that was around back then, right? But I was able to do that, okay? And again, I'm going to talk a little bit about that in this webinar. Now, again, remember I said lead prosperity equals prosperity because I've been able to generate, 40,000 plus leads, and I know how to get leads. I literally know how to pull leads, anytime I really want to. Okay. This is just one of the, a testimonial that I did that they actually put on a sales video, the early sales video that they did for Empower. This was actually, they actually used my testimonial because I was able to generate over $30,000 in commissions inside of my first 30 days. And again, we're not going to talk about, that in this webinar, that specific program. I'm just trying to let you know that if you have leads, you can promote whatever you want and you're going to have success. Right. Okay. So let me move forward here. So again, I already asked you this maybe 3 or 4 times. I really want to set the tone and set the mood and really get you thinking about this. What would your business look like if you have 30 plus leads a day? Well, let's look at what all the top online marketers are doing. Every single one of them, which is a clue, right? I mean, when you see what everybody is doing that's actually getting results online, shouldn't that be a clue, right? I mean, that should tell you, what? They're all doing it, that there must be something there, right? Well, every single one of them are using a concept called attraction marketing. Now, again, for some of you guys, maybe this is the first time you're hearing that. I know for me, even though I was in the network marketing profession for 10 plus years, when I first jumped online, I never heard of attraction marketing. So let me kind of break it down. Okay. And again, this is the basic premise is, you have people that are actually, going after you, right? Hunting you down instead of you being the hunter and you're trying to hunt them down. Now you're being the hunted, I guess, for lack of a better term. And they're actually asking you, hey, what is your business? Can you tell me about it? Can you give me some more information? And again, when you have a lot of people doing that, again, it's going to be very simple for you to make sales, sign people up into your business, promote whatever it is that you want to promote, right? But let's talk about what is attraction marketing. Because again, for the people that are hearing this concept for the first time, I want to kind of give you some, give you a quick little overview. Okay. Basically, it's about you giving value to the marketplace and giving your target audience a reason to want to buy from you or join your business. Right. And it's a little bit different. Again, for me, this was one of the hardest things for me because, when I was doing my network marketing business offline, we were out there talking to people and we were, sitting down with them and showing them the flip chart presentation or whatever we were using at the time. and we were kind of quote unquote pitching them the business, right? And we were saying, hey, this is why you should get involved. And, and a lot of them said either yes or they said no, right? Well, with attraction marketing, the biggest paradigm shift for me, because I didn't, I just couldn't wrap my head around this early on, was it was kind of the opposite. Instead of us trying to pitch them the business, what we were doing here with attraction marketing is they were talking to me about giving value to the marketplace and giving people a reason to want to get involved with you, a reason to want to join you, a reason to buy your product, right? And so the more value you give, the more you create authority, right? You brand yourself and you position yourself as the expert. And the more you create authority, the more you build your brand, right? So understand, guys, there is a major difference between active prospecting and attraction marketing. Okay. Now, I've been talking a little bit about offline and comparing it to online. Okay. But let me just kind of switch gears here and just focus on the online marketing space, because that's really what we're going to talk about tonight. Even if you're online, even with internet marketing, there's a difference between active prospecting and attraction marketing. Active prospecting is when you're, let's say, for example, you're on Facebook and you're talking to people on Facebook, right? You're connecting with people, and you're people that you're inboxing them and say, hey man, I want to show you something. Let's get together over Skype or get on a phone call for 5 minutes. I really want to share something with you. Again, I don't really, I don't recommend you doing that with people you don't know, right? But with people that you do know, you could certainly do that, right? And that's active prospecting when you're being the proactive one and approaching people, right? Attraction marketing is when you're putting content out, videos, articles, blog posts, things of that nature, where you're solving people's problems and people are actually checking out your stuff and you're kind of pulling them into you, right? Now, what's better? A lot of people always ask me, Jamie, what's better, active prospecting or attraction marketing? There's really not one that's better, okay? Because I believe that there's a time and place for both of them, right? Like, I believe in attraction marketing. I mean, I put a lot of blogs, posts, articles, videos. I do a lot of that stuff, and I get a ton of leads, as I just showed you, right? But even though I'm getting a ton of leads, if I know somebody on Facebook and we've established a relationship already, or we've maybe in the past have done business, or there's someone in my warm market, quote unquote, on Facebook, I'll hit them up and talk to them about my business. I'll say, hey man, are you open to taking a look at something? And if they say no, great. If they say yes, great. I really don't care. But I'll still approach them, right? Again, I don't do that with anybody that I don't know, but if it's somebody that I do know, I will, right? So, but there's a time and place for both. What do I recommend for people is you do both. But again, if you want to position yourself where you have a list, an email list, you're going to have to do attraction marketing for that, right? And so let's talk about the biggest mindset shift if you're a traditional network marketer. And this is some of the stuff I talked about, because this was the mindset shift that I had to make. Because again, for over a decade, I was a traditional offline network marketer before I even made the transition into leveraging the internet. And I still, I don't really look at myself as a quote unquote internet marketer. I look at myself as a network marketer who leverages the internet. There's a difference, okay? But here's where I had to make the shift, and this is where you're going to have to make the shift also, if you're coming from, that world, right? Number one, as I mentioned before, you need to provide value first before you pitch your deal. You have to provide value first before you pitch your deal, right? Give freely your knowledge, information, solutions to people's problems, right? Give that out. Create videos, blog posts, articles, whatever, right? And just put it out and let people, when people find your videos and things of that nature and they watch it and it resonates with them, guess what? They're going to start seeking you out. See, what would your life be like if you had people seeking you out now? Now, I'm not saying you're going to sponsor people, every single person, right? But when you have people seeking you out, it's a totally different life than when you're out there being the hunter and you're trying to, just find people for your business, right? It's a lot different. The best way to provide value, as I mentioned before, is to create videos, articles, blog posts, and provide solutions for real problems your target audience has. So for example, let me give you an example. What is a real problem that the typical, let's say your target audience is is network, people in the network marketing profession, right? People that are in the network marketing space. Well, what's a problem that those people have, specifically if they're on the internet and they're, on Google, on YouTube, on Facebook? Well, a lot of times is they don't those people need leads, right? They don't have enough leads, and they're scouring the internet looking for ways to generate leads or get more people to take a look at their business. So if you know that that's a problem, right, which is lack of leads, now you know that you can provide value if you create videos, articles, and blog posts and things of that nature, and you talk about ways that they can generate leads, right? Because now you're positioning yourself in front of people that are looking for what it is that you're talking about. In this case, leads, right? So that's just an example. And then you take your content, you share it all over social media. Again, I'm going to talk about that later on. Some of this stuff, guys, I might talk about in another webinar, because some of this stuff, to be honest with you, is actually a topic for a whole webinar in and of itself. I just want to give you guys the idea, first of all, okay? So kind of how this whole quote unquote online marketing thing works, okay? So there's two critical components to make money and succeed online. If you want to build your network marketing business, if you want to sell your digital products, or sell your coaching packages, or whatever the case might be, right? There's two critical components you're going to need. Number one is traffic, right? You need traffic, because you can't get leads if you don't have traffic, right? And number two is conversions. Now, let me talk a little bit about traffic. As I mentioned before, you cannot get leads if you don't have traffic. And traffic is simply, in a nutshell, website visitors, right? You need to drive a ton of traffic to your website if you want to get a certain percentage of that traffic to become leads, right? Now, there's two types of traffic. There's free traffic. Free traffic is, like I mentioned before, articles, videos, blog posts, right? And then there's paid traffic. Paid traffic is when you're taking you have a marketing budget and you're paying for things like Facebook ads or YouTube pay-per-click or solo ads. And I do a lot of YouTube pay-per-click and solo ads. I do a ton of that stuff. But those are the two types of traffic. Okay. Now let me talk to you about the pros and cons of each one. Free traffic, obviously the pro is that it's free, right? Right. And obviously if you're not spending for traffic and you're making sales and things of that nature, that's all profit, right? So that's obviously a pro, right? A con of free traffic is it takes a while to build, right? I mean, it takes anywhere from 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months for you to really get traction to the point where you're getting 20 to 30 leads a day. So it's more of a longer organic type of marketing, right? It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's still good marketing, because people that come in, what I found out is people that come in through free traffic are a little bit more targeted, because for them to become a lead on my list, a lot of times they've watched several videos of mine. They've probably read through a couple different blog posts. Maybe they followed me on Facebook or Instagram a little bit, and they said, you know what, I want to get on this guy's list, right? So it's a little bit warm. The lead is a little bit more warm, right? Paid traffic is typically more cold. It's cold traffic. But if you want quick leads, like fast, then paid is the way to go, because it doesn't take 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Let's say if you get a solo ad, you can, buy a solo ad and literally have, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 leads in 24 hours, right? And so big time marketers, a lot of them use paid traffic because, it's just, you can test an offer much faster and scale your business with paid traffic. But let's be real here, right? Some of you guys are maybe new to the whole internet marketing thing, and you don't have a budget for doing paid traffic. So, you'll probably have to start up with free traffic. Like for me, when I first got started, funny story, when I first got started on the internet, I was like, man, you know what? I'm just going to go pay for traffic. But hello, I didn't know what the heck I was doing, right? So what happened was I ended up like losing my shirt on, at the time, they had like Google pay-per-click, which, they don't have that anymore. But at the time they had Google pay-per-click, and I don't know, I must have spent like $600-700 on Google pay-per-click, and I didn't get any leads. And I was like, man, this is crazy, right? So I was just like, throwing money away. So I said, you know what? All right, let me back up. Let me do the free stuff. And I just started blogging and doing videos for 6 months straight. I just did a lot of free marketing, just content, creating videos, blog posts, articles, right? And it took me about 6 months, but when I picked up, when I picked my head up after 6 months of just constantly, just every day doing a blog post or doing some type of, putting out some type of content on a daily basis, at the end of 6 months, I looked up and I had positioned myself to, be getting about 40 leads a day, 50 leads a day. Yeah, at the time it was like 40 to 50 leads a day. Okay. So that's what happened with me. And then what happened was, as I started to build my list, I started to get a budget, right? Because I was making money, making sales, doing the whole thing. And then I slowly transitioned into doing paid traffic. And that was, that was a whole process in and of itself of learning how to do paid traffic, which again, I'm not going to talk about that tonight. That's not the purpose of this webinar. I'll probably talk to you about that, in the future. But, I learned how to do solos. I learned how to do, pay-per-click. I learned how to do that stuff. So now I know how to monetize it a little bit better, or a lot better rather, and make money and stay profitable when I'm doing the paid traffic. Okay. So anyway, those are the two different types of traffic. Okay. So you need traffic, and then you need conversions, which is obviously turning that traffic into leads, which is obviously list building, because you want to get those emails, right? You want to get those emails onto your list. And then once you get those emails onto your list, right, you want to get those leads, emails, AKA leads, right? You want to turn them into sales and signups. Because just because you're getting leads and you're building a list, that's really the only part of the equation, right? The second equation is actually making sales and signups. And you're going to do that, by the way, by leveraging a sales funnel. Now, again, some of this might be a little advanced. That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. You can go back and watch the replay of this a couple of times. It's just stick with me, because over the course of the next few webinars, because I can't pour 5 years of experience into 60 minutes, right? So I'm going to have to break some of it up. But just understand that every online sales professional, every top marketer on the internet, they use a sales funnel. Okay. So before I talk to you a little bit about a sales funnel, let me kind of back up a little bit, right? Let me just back up here, because I've had a lot of people ask me, Jamie, well, okay, I get it. You got to drive traffic, right? And I know, if I want to do the free stuff, then I got to go out there and, get on YouTube, post videos, right? And get a blog. And by the way, you should get a blog anyway, because forget the fact that, blogging creates leads, but every internet marketer that's actually getting results, every top marketer online, they all have a blog. So that's a clue. That's a clue right there. See, a blog gives you instant credibility and authority, right? See, if I was looking for whatever business you're in, if I was on Google or YouTube and doing a search for leaders in that business, and I found you and you had a blog, and I was actually able to get on your blog, and on your blog you had videos and articles and content and training, instantly I'll be like, man, this person knows what they're talking about. So all of a sudden you're positioned as the leader, right? So that's why you should have a blog. Again, I'm going to talk to you about that later on. But people always ask me, Jimmy, where do I drive traffic to? Do I drive traffic to a blog? Do I drive them to a static website, or do I drive them to a replicated website that my company gives me? Do I drive them to a capture page? Well, never drive them to a replicated website that your network marketing company gives you, okay? Because typically those replicated websites are terrible for explaining the business, right? There's no sales presentation or sales video. A lot of time it's just different tabs that say product, company, comp plan, and it's just very cut and dry. But more important than that is those replicated websites that network marketing companies give you. There's no way for you to capture their email, right? There's no way for you to capture their email. So for example, Let me give you an example here. For me, I always drive traffic to either my blog, but 90%, 90% of the time I drive people to a capture page. 10% I drive them to a blog, and I'll tell you why. When you drive them to a capture page, there's actually no other option for them except for to submit their email, right, and get on your list. When you drive them to a blog, sure, there's going to be different ways that they can get on your email list on your blog, but a lot of times they might click, and go through a couple different things and watch this video, get on this post, and read all the content, which is great. But sometimes, they might, jump off your website, and because people have, their, people have, their attention span is so short. A lot of times, they'll see something and jump off your blog, and you didn't have a chance to capture their email, as opposed to when you drive them straight to a capture page, there's only one option for them. It's like submit your email. So let me give you an example. Here. One second. All right. All right. So is this helping, by the way? Let me just see if it's this helping. Is this kind of helping some of you guys? I mean, I know we have a small group here because I only sent really like one email to promote this webinar. And I really didn't do much promotion. And I did that on purpose because I just wanted to get a few people on and really give some personal help. But is this helping some of you guys? And just type it into the chat if you could. Okay, let me see here. All right. All right. Okay. So let me just show you why. Okay. Let me go back here. All right. So if I drive them to my blog, this is one of my blogs here. Okay. So this is like my main blog. Okay. And if I drive traffic to my blog, and I have different blog posts here, different videos, whatever, which is great because people can go on there and really get to know me. They get to read my stuff and watch some videos, and watch some videos of people giving me testimonials, which is great, right? But here they can, if they want, they can actually click on this right here. And I'm not going to do it now, but it'll actually open up into a capture page, and it's going to ask them for their email, right? But what if they don't click on this, right? Hopefully they do, right? But what if they just start going through some stuff and later on they just click on something else, right? Here's my other blog, right? Another blog here. And again, it's the same thing. They can click on this, but chances are they might go through some of this information, watch some videos, click through some of these tabs, and maybe jump off my blog and, end up somewhere else. And I never had a chance to capture their email. But if I drive them straight to a capture page, like for example, this is a capture page that I'm using right now. They really only have one option here. It's not a website where they can start clicking through some stuff and there's no videos on it, right? It's just like, here it is. I'm giving away a free 30-page PDF, and there's a 19-minute video that'll show you how I raked in 40,000 plus leads using 5 simple steps. They can put their email here, click this, and now they're on my list, right? Here's another capture page that I use, and this one's more for my primary business, right? For my network marketing business. There's a video of me talking to them a little bit about, why I'm excited about my company. And then if they want more information, if they want to watch a video, they can click on, or not click on, but they can submit their email here. And once they click, give me access, it'll take them straight to the presentation video. But my key here, my point is I want to capture the emails, right? Here's another example, right? I have a newsletter here. Hey, if you want to subscribe to my newsletter, right, I actually just started using this link on Facebook, telling people, hey man, if you want some videos, if you want some training, get on my newsletter, and I'll send you some free training, some free videos. I'll invite you out to some webinars that I'll be doing. And people type their name in here, their email, they click yes, send me training. Now they're on my list. And now I can notify them when I'm doing webinars and presentations and things of that nature, if I have a blog post that I want to share with them. But more importantly than that, once they submit their email here, they're on my list, right? Even check this out. This is the registration form for this webinar. And I had like almost 30 plus people register for the webinar today. They submit their information here to register, and automatically when they click register now, not only are they registered for the webinar, but they automatically get on my list, right? So I use different pages like this to get people's emails, because at the end of the day I want to build an email list, right? Now again, I still do drive people to my blog every now and then, but again, only if I have a purpose to do that. Otherwise I'm just going to simply just drive them to, my capture pages, okay? Because it's just, for me, it's just a lot simpler. They look at it, if they want to get this free 30-page PDF, boom, they're putting their email and they're like, hey, give me the PDF. I'm actually bribing them to give me their email, right? Because I put together a 30-page PDF, and I'm saying, look, if you want this 30-page PDF where I'm going to show you what exactly I did and what my process was of doing that and how I did it, I'll give you that PDF. Just give me your email, right? Now I know some of you guys are looking at this and you're saying, well, hold on a second. Let me go back 1 second here, guys. Okay. There we go. Okay. So here's what I was showing you. I apologize, guys. Here's the capture page, right? Hopefully you guys see that, right? Here's the capture page. And I'm telling people, look, here's the 30-page PDF, 19-minute video. Go ahead and put your email in there. Here's the one that I was just talking about. I just realized I wasn't sharing my screen, right? So you don't got to be the smartest person to generate leads and make a lot of money online, okay? But here's the one that I was talking a little bit about, the one I use for my network marketing company, right? I say, look, you want a free 24-minute video that shows you my opportunity? Put your name and email here, click give me access, and you're good to go. It'll take you directly to the video. But more importantly, I've captured their emails, right? Here's the one that I use for my newsletter, right? You want some free training, name, email, boom, yes, send me the training. Now they're on my email list. And again, the registration form here for this webinar, once people got registered for the webinar, they actually got on my email list, right? Now, here's my blog. I just showed you this before, but again, I want to show it to you again because I wasn't sharing my screen. It's a good blog, and there's a lot of information. There's a ton of information, actually. But they can click on this little banner right here, and it'll take them to a video that'll say, look, if you want me to show you how to get leads, you can put your email, and I'll show you how to do it. But what if they don't click on this? That's what I was just talking about, right? Maybe they might click on it. Maybe they won't. They might click through some of these other tabs. They might go through some of the other videos. Here's my other blog, by the way, right? They might go through that. But if they don't click on this and they jump off my website, then I didn't capture their email. So again, 90% of the time, I'd rather just drive them straight to a capture page so I can get their email. But there are some times when I do drive them to a blog. Now, I know some of you guys are new to internet marketing. And you're probably saying, well, man, Jamie, you created a 30-page PDF to talk to people about how to generate leads. But, I'm new. I don't have any type of experience, right? Well, what am I going to show people? Well, I got you covered there, okay? Because there are some things that you can do, to give people the value and really, quote unquote, entice them to want them to give you their email. Okay, I'm going to show you that in a second here. So you don't have to be, someone that has a ton of experience. You could still give out value, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Okay. All right. Cool. All righty. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So let me just jump right back into this. Okay, let me jump right back into the information. Okay. Now let me talk to you a little bit about a sales funnel here, and then I'm going to start kind of transitioning into the 5 keys. Right, I'm going to fly through the 5 keys that every successful network marketer that leverages the internet. The 5 keys, the 5. I guess you can call it the 5-step formula, for lack of a better term, because if you know these 5 things, you can actually duplicate it. Okay. All right. So here's the 5 parts of a sales funnel. I'm going to fly through this. Don't worry if you don't get it all, because I'm going to do a webinar that actually breaks all of this down, but I do want you to understand it. Just so you have an idea of how these big rock star internet marketers do it. They actually have a sales funnel that has 5 parts to it. The first part is the lead magnet. Now, what's a lead magnet? That's your bribe. That's what you're giving people to want them to give you their email. So for me, I created a 30-page PDF. Some of you guys might want to create a video. Some of you guys might want to create a PDF download, a checklist. There's a lot of different things that you can give away to people to want them to give you their email. But again, if you don't want to do that right now because maybe you're new, just stick around for the next 10 minutes because I'm going to show you how you can actually do it with that, how you can create a lead magnet without having any experience. Okay. But here's the basic flow. When somebody sees your lead magnet and they want it, they're going to submit their email. After their email, it's going to take them to a welcome video. And that welcome video is going to frame or pre-frame whatever it is that you're sharing with them, right? And again, I'm going to talk to you more in detail about these steps in another webinar. I just want you to understand the basic flow. After the welcome video, the third part of a professional sales funnel online is a tripwire or an SLO. And a tripwire is basically a very inexpensive product that you can share with your subscribers. Typically, it's like $4, $5, $7, $9, something in that range that you can offer people of value, and it's going to want them to take you up on the offer. Now, the purpose, now some of you guys are saying, well, man, am I going to make a lot of money selling a $4 product or a $7 product, right? Because, you can create maybe like a 5 or 6 page PDF and give that away or sell that as your tripwire. But the purpose of the tripwire is not to get wealthy off of it. It's not to get rich. The purpose of the tripwire is simply to find out who is a tire kicker and who is, an actual buyer, right? Because you want to be able to navigate through your list and find out who actually are the action takers, who are the buyers, because you can segment them and separate them from everybody else, and you can market to those people a lot differently than people that are kind of just hanging out on your list, kicking the tires around, not really looking to take action just yet. You have to have a different conversation and language with those people as opposed to people that are credit card in hand, ready to go, and they're actually taking action and buying stuff. So that's the purpose of the tripwire, not to get rich off of it, but just to identify who the buyers are. Then you're going to have a core product. Now, a core product is, a lot of times it's going to be your network marketing opportunity. For some of you guys that are not in the network marketing space, maybe it's, you're an affiliate product. Maybe it's your own digital product or ebook that you created that you're selling for, $500 or $1,000 or $2,000, something like that. But that would be like your core product. That's your main thing that you're looking to sell and promote. And then the last part here is the profit maximizer, which is your high ticket offer. And that's typically something that you're selling that can generate you off of one sale, anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000. And the reason that that's in your funnel is because, that'll actually give you the budget to market and use paid ads. Because you're not going to make a ton of sales with your profit maximizer, but you don't need a ton of sales. You may be, because one of those sales and you generate $1,000 or $2,000 commission is actually equivalent to like 10 or 20 of your core product sales. So you don't need to make a lot of sales. But once you make that one sale and that gives you $1,000 to $2,000 in commission, now you can take that and throw that back into your marketing and start doing paid ads. Because again, every big time network marketer that's on the internet and actually leveraging internet marketing strategies like attraction marketing, they're using paid ads. And the reason they're able to have the budget for it is they actually have a profit maximizer / high ticket offer inside of their funnel. So don't worry if you don't understand everything here, okay? Because I'm going to break that down in the future. But these are the 5 components of a professional sales funnel of an online network marketer. And the way they walk their leads through those parts of their funnel is with obviously their emails. And there's actually 3 sequences that you should have in your email series. The first one is your welcome sequence. And that initially is, I don't know, anywhere from 4, 5, 6, 7 emails that you're going to write. That's going to actually be part of your autoresponder. And the whole purpose of your welcome sequence is to build a relationship with that new lead, give them value. And that's where you're going to share your videos and blog posts and things of that nature, right? But it's also to sell the tripwire. The second sequence that you should have in your email series is your core series, and that's again to what's the core series? The purpose of the core series is to sell your core product, your network marketing business, your digital product, your coaching. I don't know, whatever it is that you're selling. And then your daily sequence is, the purpose of that is to give value, 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 value. And that's when you're emailing your list, on a daily basis. Again, you're giving value and you're going back to the core product and bringing them back to the core product. So again, talk to you about that in the future. I just wanted to give you a basic premise. Okay. Now here's the 5-step formula every top marketer uses to make more sales and profit, even when people say no to their business. So here's the 5 steps. Number 1 is they brand themselves, right? If you want to go out there and leverage the internet and make sales and get leads and, make it work for you, you have to brand yourself. You have to brand yourself. Every top marketer brands themselves by having their own blog. They have their own capture pages that position them as the leader. Likewise, they also create their own sales pages and write their own emails that brand them as the leader. Now, again, some of you guys are saying, well, Jamie, I'm new. I don't know how to do all this stuff. Well, what if you could do this stuff without having a ton of experience? What if you were new and you could still do this stuff? Is that something that might interest you? Because I'm gonna kind of, I'm gonna talk to you how you can do that without having a ton of experience here in a second. But understand, guys, you have to brand yourself. You have to. If you're not branding yourself, there's no way people are gonna want to get involved with you, right? Let me give you kind of like a backdrop here, okay? I had one of the guys that I'm trying to coach, I guess, for lack of a better term, and teach these concepts to. He was saying, well, Jamie, I'm getting leads, but I'm promoting, this sales page. And he showed me what the sales page was. And I just can't get people to join, right? Because, it's a great product. It's a great this, it's a great that. But I just can't get anybody to get involved. I can't get anybody to take action. And I said, well, first of all, that sales page is not branding you, right? It's branding like 3-4 other leaders inside of that company. So how do you know that people are not joining? Maybe they're taking a look at it, they like it, but guess what? They're joining. They just ain't joining you because you're not branded as the leader. They want to get involved with a leader. So they're looking at somebody else and saying, well, I like this, but I'm going to join that person, right? That's what happens when you don't brand yourself. You actually do the grunt work for other people because other people get the benefit of your hard work because they have people joining them because they're branded as the leader. So that you need to brand yourself as a leader. Hopefully you understand that. Okay. And again, the way you're going to do this is by having your own blog, creating your own capture pages, own sales pages, writing your own emails, all that. Okay. Step 2 is get traffic. Every top online internet marketer, network marketer that's just crushing it online, they get traffic, they give value, and they build a list, right? They drive targeted traffic with videos, articles, blog posts, some of them who are more advanced, paid traffic, and they drive that traffic to their capture page. And the main purpose is to get that email, to get their email, to get that, get emails and build their list. And once they have that list, they give value, 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 and then they promote their core product, their network marketing business on the back end. Interesting, right? When you're offline, right? Traditional network marketing companies offline, it's the opposite. You're getting together with somebody and you're trying to slam your business down their throat. Online, it's a different ball game. When you're online, now you're giving value, 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 and you're giving people a reason to want to get involved with you. Okay, so that's step 2. Step 3 is follow-up, right? See, professional marketers use an autoresponder to automate 90% of the follow-up process. Like for me, I actually have 40 emails in my funnel. So when somebody when somebody becomes a lead, they're actually going to get, there's a 40 emails in my funnel that they're going to get. Now, they don't get all those 40 emails all at once, obviously, right? I have it spread out. But the bottom line is, that's going to automate much of the follow-up process for me. Imagine me having to follow up with, if I have 100+ leads a day coming into my sales funnel a day, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with that if I had to manually get on the phone with every single person, right? Now, when you're new and you have 2, 3, 4, 5 leads a day, well, yeah, get on the phone with them for sure, right? But when you get to a point where you have, it's not possible, your sales funnel, your autoresponder is going to automate much of the follow-up process. Okay. Why do you want to be able to follow up? Because here's the deal. 99% of your website visitors will not buy or join on their first visit. So imagine you weren't capturing their email and you were just driving them to a replicated site or something like that, and you weren't capturing their email. That means that only 1% is going to take action. You're leaving so much money on the table, because the bottom line is 99% of the people that check out your site, even if they like it, they're not going to buy or join on their first visit, because statistically it takes 7 to 14 exposures until someone takes action. So if you're not getting them on your email list, how can you give them 7 to 14 exposures? You can't. You're relying on that one exposure when they check out your site, right? I mean, hopefully this makes sense for you. Okay. But you got to understand that professional marketers, they understand this. Step 4, and this is big. Okay. They sell products. See, top online marketers know that 90% of their list will not join their business. That's just the nature of the beast, right? Even for me, I generate over 40,000 leads online. 90% of them I know are not going to do my network marketing business. So what do? Well, I sell affiliate products, right? I have things like training audios, videos, courses, coaching, monthly membership programs, things that are relevant to them, that's going to help them, things that they're looking for. And I help them get involved with those things. So, if they're not going to get involved in my network marketing business, that's fine. But guess what? If I can connect them with tools and systems and things of that nature that they can actually use and they're looking for, then I can still make a profit, right? Because at the end of the day, I want to monetize my whole list. I want to be profitable. It's just business, right? Business 101, right? You don't want to leave money on the table. But if you're not selling products, then you're looking at, sponsoring 10% of people into your business. You're leaving 90% of your leads and you're not monetizing them. Now, some of you guys are saying, well, Jimmy, what kind of products? Well, advanced marketers, they can actually create their own products and sell that. If you're new, and like when I first got started, I was like, man, I don't have any product. I can't put together a product. I'm just getting started. Well, what if you could sell other people's products, right? That's what affiliate marketing is. You're selling other people created the products. You're just connecting their products with your prospects. And guess what? You get paid, right? So guys, this is how marketers stay profitable. Because look, at the end of the day, if you're in the network marketing space, you have expenses. So this is what kind of bugs me out. When people get involved with network marketing, they, for some reason, they don't look at it as a business, right? I mean, if you were going to get a brick and mortar business, traditional business, let's say you were going to open up a laundromat or a restaurant, or I don't know, any type of brick and mortar business, right? What do you normally do? You get a loan from the bank, or you get a loan from family members or whatever, and you take that money and you get your business going, but then you have a big portion of that and you use it as working capital because you need inventory, you need to pay employees, you need to do this and buy insurance and all this other stuff, right? Guys, it's no different with your with your network marketing business. Now, you might not have to pay for employees and insurance and all that other stuff, but you still need working capital, right? I mean, you still have to pay for your auto ship, right? If you have a product or a service, you still have to pay for your websites, right? Because a lot of companies charge you anywhere from $20 to $30 to $40 to $50 to $60, $70 a month for the website. You still got to pay for events, right? And maybe you might have to travel for some big, the bigger events, and, get airline tickets and a hotel room. If you're building in your local market, if you're building your network marketing company in your local market, what are you doing? You're meeting with people at Starbucks and things of that nature, and you still got to pay for gas. You still got to pay for a ton of stuff, right? Well, you know why a lot of people fail in network marketing, aside from the fact that they don't have enough people to talk to, right? They don't have leads, is they just overspend themselves. They spend themselves into a hole, and now they're like totally in the red, and they can't get out. And they're like, man, this I can't make this business work. Well, what if you can sell affiliate products even when people don't join your business, and you could take your affiliate commissions and throw that back into your business to pay for auto ship, to pay for websites, to pay for marketing if you're doing paid ads and things of that nature, to pay for your gas and your tolls and whatever it is that you're doing as you're building your network market. What if you can take all those business expenses out of your affiliate commission, so you're not in the red all the time. Well, I mean, wouldn't that be pretty cool, right? Let me just see if you guys are still with me here, right? I mean, hopefully that makes sense for you, right? Because I mean, I don't have to get on a webinar to tell you guys that it costs money to make money, right? If you're building a network marketing business, you're paying for a bunch of stuff. Well, what I'm simply trying to tell you is, when you're marketing online, you can actually sell affiliate products to your list. So even if they don't join your business, you're still able to stay profitable. That makes sense? I mean, just raise your hand if that makes sense, right? Does that make sense to y'all? All right, cool. Okay. Good. You guys are still with me. Okay. Awesome. All right. Cool. All right. Step 5 is all the big time players in the internet network marketing online space, whatever you want to call it. They host webinars, right? They host webinars. Every single top marketer leverages webinars because hands down, it's the most effective way to sell products and sign up new people into their deal, right? It's the most effective. In addition to that, it's simply a good way to leverage your time, especially if you're building your business part-time. Look, a lot of you guys are building your business, whether it's your network marketing business or your internet marketing business, you're building it part-time, right? You have a work, you have school, you have a family, and let's keep it real here, okay? Maybe you don't have the time to just drive all over the place in your city to do presentations. I'm not saying that that's bad, but what do? Well, I'm not saying to not do that stuff, but what if you can alleviate a lot of that by just working a little bit smarter and hosting webinars, right? Now, again, I'm not saying that you should not do that stuff, but you have to host webinars because every top internet marketer, online marketer in the network marketing space, they use webinars. Okay. Now, a lot of people say, well, Jamie, when am I ready to host my own webinar? The faster, the better. Okay. I mean, I heard a long time ago, whoever holds the pen makes the most money. That's what they used to tell us when I first started in this industry. What were they saying? They were basically saying whoever is the presenters and the leaders, they make more money than everybody else. And it's true. So you have to host webinars, okay? And maybe you're just getting started, and maybe you've only generated a few leads, or maybe maybe you haven't generated any leads, but you're over the course of the next 30 days. If you work with me, I'll show you how to get leads. When should you host webinars? Like yesterday. Start hosting webinars. I remember I started hosting webinars, and then I had only a few people on my list, but I wanted to host webinars because I just knew that the presenters made the most money. And I wanted to make a lot of money in my business, right? And hopefully you do too. So you have to host webinars, okay? So here's the deal, okay? Here's the deal. What if you could do all 5 of these things and do it under one roof, right? If you can brand yourself, get traffic, give value, build a list, follow up, sell products, host webinars, what if you could do all of that under one roof? Would you be interested? Is that something that, that you'd obviously do? Of course, right? I mean, what's the alternative? The alternative is to get all these different tools piecemeal, right? Like get it piece by piece and spend 5 times or more, more money for them, right? Obviously, it makes more sense to get everything under one roof. So let me give you a sneak peek, right, into My Lead System Pro, because I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. And again, whether you want to get involved or use these tools or whatever, it's up to you. I just know for me, there's no way, absolutely no way I would have been able to generate 40,000 leads in the last couple of years if I didn't get involved with My Lead System Pro. Aside from all the training that's involved, right, because they actually teach you how to leverage Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and blogging and videos and all that stuff. They actually teach you that. Aside from that, all the tools are in-house under one roof. If I had to get, all these different tools everywhere, I'd be spending crazy money. But because I just have one membership with My Lead System Pro, everything's underneath there. So let me give you a back office view here. Okay. Let me just give you a back office view here so you get an idea. And I'll show you how you can do all 5 of those things under one roof. Okay, under one roof. Let me go here. All right, cool. All right. All right. So hopefully you guys see, okay. This is the website for My Lead System Pro. Give me 1 second here. I'm just gonna log in real quick. And again, I'm not gonna spend too much time here. Okay, I'm gonna take about 5 or 6 minutes to show you this, just to show you that you can do everything in one place. I'm actually logging into my back office. Okay, logging in live into my back office here. So obviously this is my back office here, as you can see. I'm a mastery member. There's my name right there. And this just shows how many people I've referred into My Lead System Pro. It's 391 to be exact. And as you can see here, there's a lot of information here, but I'm not going to go through everything, but just look at this. Okay. If you go through the training, okay, some of you guys are looking for training. There's so much training back here. Aside from the fact that they do live webinars every single day, they actually have an archived library, and there's like literally dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of their most recent webinars and conference calls recorded that you can actually just find out what it is you want to learn, click on it, and you can start learning right out of your back office. Okay. But here's the deal. Okay. Remember I said you want to brand yourself. That was step one. The way you do that is by creating capture pages and having a blog. Well, you can actually go to like my websites right here. And there's a lot of already pre-built capture pages. I'll show you that in a minute. But if you click on, I'm not going to click on it here because again, I do want to keep this a little bit short. I just want to show you how all of this is available to you at your fingertips. But if you click on Funnelizer, okay, this is actually a new thing that they have. You can actually create your own capture pages and customize your capture pages and put your video, your name, your pictures, your whatever on capture pages that'll literally pre-position you and, brand you as the leader. Okay. So, if you want to go out and find out other places you can build capture pages, you could, but why do that when you have everything under one roof? Okay. They're actually launching. It's not live yet, but as you can see here, they're actually launching this right here, something called MLSP sites, which is, they're going to provide a built plug and play blog for you. See the blog, remember I showed you my blogs? I had to build those blogs because when I got started online, they didn't have this stuff. So I had to actually go to WordPress. I had to build my blog out. And I'm telling you, it's a pain in the butt. I'll be honest with you, because I don't want to be in front of my computer for hours on end trying to figure out what plugin to use and how to do SEO. I don't want to do that. That's just, for me, that's a headache. But they already have everything all built for you. So you don't have to build your own blog. It's actually included in your membership. I mean, how cool is that? So remember I said, step one is all leaders brand themselves. Well, with Funnelizer and MLSP sites, where you can actually have your own blog, you can do that all under one dashboard. Okay. Step two was get traffic, give value, build your list. Okay. Remember I talked about, for me, I actually created a 30-page PDF and I use that as my lead magnet. Well, some of you guys are brand new. You don't really have a ton of experience to create your own product, your own PDF, your own whatever video series to give away as a lead magnet. But what if you can go to if you just go to my websites here and you go to, I say you go to MLSP system campaigns. Let me close that right here. And here you actually have all these pre-built, all pre-built, right? And all of these you're actually giving away training videos as a bribe to have people want to give you their email. So for example, let's say this is new, right? This is a new one because Periscope is, a new tool that's out that a lot of marketers are using. Let me show you what this looks like. Here's a preview and hopefully you see this. But here there's a 23-page Periscope PDF and a video demo of how to do it. And you're actually giving that away to them. All they got to do is download now. And when they click that, they give you their email. Then get instant access. Now they have the training that you promised them that you give them, and you have their email. And that email goes onto your list, right? Now you're starting to build your list, right? Let me give you another example. Let's say this is another new one that came out here. This is an SEO training that they did a couple of weeks ago. You might have people that are interested in this stuff, how to get ranked on the first page of Google, right? By, manipulating their blog and mastering keyword research and things of that nature, right? Look at this. It says this should be a $500 training, but today it's yours free as you enter your real email address. So they click on download now. They fill this information out, get instant access. Now they have the training that you promised them, but you got their email, right? So again, you don't have to create your own PDFs and trainings like I did, right? Because I have a little bit more experience. All of this is actually built in for you inside of My Lead System Pro, right? And there's a ton of them. Look, there's just all over, right? What if you had let me use this one. Social media insanity, right? Free 1 hour, 45-minute training exposes a simple scientific formula one woman used to get 25 fans and 36 leads per day on Facebook in 60 minutes or less. Do they want that training? If you want that training, you have instant access. Just put your name, email here, right? So once they submit their name, email, phone, they click this, it takes them directly to the training. So they're excited because they got the training that they asked for. But boom, their email goes right onto your list. Right. And now you're building your list. Right. So hopefully you see the value of this. Now, imagine you had to build all this stuff by yourself. Right. It'd be crazy. But you have it all pre-built. Right. If you want to create your own customized pages with Funnelizer, great. But you don't have to early on if you're just getting started, because a lot of this stuff is pre-built already. Right. And you have, I can go on and on here, but there's so many. So imagine having all this at your disposal. What do you have to do to get all this? I mean, if you have to do this separately and find training and things of that nature to give away to people as a lead magnet for them to want to give you their email, it'd be very, very difficult. But here it's already all built in, right? What about step 3, follow-up? Well, you can actually connect your own Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, whatever email service you're using. Like I use Aweber. I actually use Aweber, and I have 2 Aweber accounts and a GetResponse account. And I actually connected all of them inside of My Lead System Pro. So when they give their email right on one of the capture pages, they actually go into my contact manager here, but it also goes into my Aweber list, right? So again, you can actually do all of that. What about step 4? This is powerful, guys. Remember I said, sell products, sell affiliate products, so that whether or not they get involved with your network marketing company, you can still profit. Well, here's all the products that you can possibly need. If you go to my websites here and just go down to product campaigns, these are all products that you can sell to your list. Now, you didn't create these products. Other leaders inside of My Lead System Pro created them. But guess what? You can sell them, and and My Lead System Pro will actually pay you a commission, an affiliate commission. So let's say somebody wanted to learn, I don't know, let me see here. Let's say they wanted to learn copywriting, right? And that's a whole skill in and of itself, right? How to write emails that, make people want to buy and things of that nature. You can actually sell this product. You click here. It's an actual product. And once people put their name and email, it'll actually take them to a sales page. Let me close this. It'll actually take them to a sales page, right? And they'll see what the product is. And if they want to buy it, they could. So number 1, you can capture their email right out of the gate. But number 2, if they want to buy that product, let's say they don't want to join your network marketing business, but they want to buy that product because they want to use it for their network marketing business, guess what? You make a commission, right? So these are some of these products. And here's other products. They actually have, this is the product campaigns, and there's profit campaigns. And it actually shows you here how much you make here, right? So let's say you want to sell some of these products. I don't know. Let's just say you want to sell this product right here. You'll make $27. Every person that you get to buy this product, you make $27. So let's say someone's not interested in joining your network marketing business, but they want to learn how to make $5,000 in the next 30 days, right? And here's what the capture page looks like. Right? Here's what the capture page looks like. They put their email here. You can get them as a lead. That you get the video. If they want to buy that product, you make $27. So again, you have a way to monetize people that are not joining your network market. Because look, let's face it, okay? But remember I told you that 90% of the people will not join your business? See, understand that people that are in the network marketing space and they're online, and even if you get them as a lead and they give you their email and they're joining your list and becoming a subscriber, chances are they're not going to want to join your business, right? They already have a business. They don't need another one. They're actually trying to figure out how they can make the business they're in work. So just give them relevant training like this, tools, right? Give that to them. So there's a ton of stuff here that you can give them. And in addition to that, My Lead System Pro, forget about all that training stuff. My Lead System Pro in and of itself is actually an affiliate program. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second here. But you can actually offer My Lead System. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 different pages that you can use that they give you that are all cookied back to you, right? Because it's going to have your affiliate username attached on the link. That if anybody joins My Lead System Pro through that link, you're going to get benefit, right? And last but not least is host webinars. Well, guess what? The webinar platform you're on right now is called Webinars on Air. And it's actually created by the guys over at My Lead System Pro. And it's so easy to use. You don't have to be a super techie. Like I'm not a super techie. You just saw me. I was doing a presentation, and for like 5 minutes, I wasn't sharing my screen. I thought I was, right? I mean, that's me, right? But guess what? I can use this webinar platform. Anybody could use this webinar platform. And the cool thing about it is when people, they give you 6 or 7 different pages that you can use to get to get people to register for your webinar. And all those pages, when somebody submits their email to register, they get on your list, right? Pretty powerful stuff. So let me backtrack real quick here. Okay. So let me backtrack and talk a little bit about My Lead System Pro and why it's a powerful affiliate program in and of itself. Okay. It's a super powerful affiliate program in and of itself. And I'm going to start to wrap up. But here's the deal. Okay. Here's how MLSP, because you can make affiliate commissions selling all the stuff that I just showed you, all those products, all those trainings, you can actually sell them. But MLSP in and of itself, if you want to become if you want to, let's say you share the system with people and they want to become a member, a mastery member, well, guess what? You can actually earn residual income or, monthly commissions from every member that you refer. So let me break this down. A mastery member, they're paying $149 a month. Like I pay $149 per month for my membership, right? Well, guess what? If I was to get all those different tools, let me give you an example. GoToWebinar. Again, nothing bad about GoToWebinar, right? I'm not bashing GoToWebinar, but that's another webinar platform that I actually used for years, right? And that was actually $100 a month. So if you were to get all these different tools by himself, the webinar itself, if you go to GoToWebinar, is $100 a month. Then if you went to get a blog, then if you wanted to get, a capture page creator, something that will help you create your own capture pages. Then you wanted to create, your own products and affiliate products and things of that. And just think about all this stuff. It's going to cost you like 5, 6, 7 times this amount, but you get all of it under one roof for $149 a month. And you can actually promote and share this system with other marketers. And here's what happens. When you refer somebody who's a mastery member, they're paying $149 a month. You're actually generating $100 per month commission. $100 per month commission. Okay. So let me break this down. Let me give you a $5,000 a month example. And I'm going to compare this affiliate commission. I'm going to compare it to network marketing. And I'm not bashing network marketing, obviously. Okay. Because I love network marketing, but here's the deal. In a typical network marketing company, let's say you have 1,000 reps, right? 1,000 reps. Let's say each one was on $100 auto ship. Like the network marketing company that I'm with, we have $100 auto ship, right? So if you have 1,000 reps and $100 auto ship, each one of those reps is doing on a monthly basis. And let's say the average network marketing company was paying out 5% residual commissions, right? Now, some pay a little bit less, some pay a little bit more. I'm just showing you on average. That would pay you $5,000 a month in residual income, right? 1,000 reps, each doing $100 a month in auto ship at 5% gives you $5,000 a month. But look at this with MLSP. If you have 50 affiliates and they're all mastery members and they're paying, you're getting paid $100 commission each monthly, that's $5,000 a month. Which would be easier to do? 1,000 reps or 50 affiliates, right? Now, again, I'm not saying this is better, that's better, this is worse, that's worse. I'm not saying that because, like I said, for me, I promote My Lead System Pro, obviously, right? but I also have a network marketing business. Each one has its own pros and cons. Each one has a place inside of what it is that I'm building. Like for me, I believe in multiple streams of income. I never want to put all my eggs in one basket. And if you follow the network marketing space at all, then in the last 30 days, why. Okay, you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. Right? Companies can get shut down like this, right? And so for me, I believe in the multiple streams of income. Right? It gives me a lot more security. I'm never going to put all my eggs in one basket. So for me, the ideals, again, I'm not saying this is better, that's better. Have both in your arsenal, right? Hey, what if you can promote, this affiliate program up front? Because people are going to more chances than not, they're going to be more interested in My Lead System Pro because they want to learn how to get leads and leverage the internet for their business. And then you can promote an actual network marketing business, whatever business you're in, on the back end, right? If you were making $5,000 a month again, there's no income guarantees, right? I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to happen for you. I'm just giving you an example. But what if you're making $5,000 a month from My Lead System Pro or, affiliate marketing, and you were making $5,000 a month from your network marketing company? Now you're making $10,000 a month. But again, it's not coming from one basket. Because if you're making $10,000 a month from one thing and that thing goes away, well, now you're in trouble, right? But what if you're making $10,000 a month and it's coming from two places? Now you have a little more security. Like for me and my family, on any given month, we have about 9 or 10 different companies that deposit commissions into our bank account. Because I just believe in diversifying and having multiple. Now I don't do two MLMs. I have one MLM, one network marketing business, but I have affiliate products and things of that nature that I promote that pay me, right? So this is just an example. Hopefully you can see why this in and of itself, is there's a lot of potential aside from all the tools. Like for me, I was gonna, even if I wasn't going to make money with it, I would still get it anyway. Why? Because everything that I would want or I would ever need is under one roof. Again, if I was to go to different places and get everything piece by piece, I'd pay easily 5 or 6 times more money than this. So even if there wasn't an affiliate program attached to it, I would get it. But if there's an affiliate program attached to it, now guess what? Let's say, for example, you become a mastery member, but you refer 2 people, now your membership is paid for and then some, right? I mean, could you see why, this is like, it's pretty powerful. Okay. Hey, you referred 2 people, your membership is paid for, you're good to go. Anything above that now is just gravy, right? And now you can actually, you're making money from this, and now you have your network marketing business on the back end, and it's a combo. It's a really powerful combo. Okay. So that being said, let me kind of open it up real quick, and hopefully we all, if there's any questions. If there's not, I know I went a little bit longer than I wanted to, and maybe I answered it inside of already what I was talking about. So there may not be, but let me see if there's any questions here. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. Now, again, if you're watching this on YouTube directly, you're not going to be able to type in your questions. So, you have to be on the GoToWebinar platform. And if you're having trouble typing in your question or something like that, hit me up on Facebook. I'll see the question because I actually have my cell phone right next to me. And you can give me the question there. Okay. And if there's no questions, then I did my job. Okay. And I explained everything pretty thoroughly, and hopefully you see the value and you got some good training out of this. Okay. So let me see if there's any questions here. I don't know if there is, but okay. All righty. Okay. All right. All right. So, I'm not sure if there's any questions or not, but because I don't see any going, coming through. But here's the call to action. Okay. Then we're going to wrap up. Number one is, if you're interested in getting started in My Lead System Pro, 2 ways you can do it. You can go to recruitwithease.net/intro, or you can actually go to, I'm actually going to give you a link in the next, minute or so that'll take you directly to the order page if you want to get it. You can actually take a $10 trial and see if it's something you want to get involved with. Okay. Now, If you want to get involved with My Lead System Pro, if you don't want to get involved with My Lead System Pro, that's okay. But if you got some value, hit me up on Facebook. Let me know. I'd love to get some feedback. And, if you did get some value from this, if there's anything specific that you want me to train on or you need help with, let me know. Obviously I'm not gonna be able to train on it unless I know you're specifically looking for it. And that way I can help you. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So let me give you this link right quick. Let me give you this link right here. Let me just okay. So here's the link. Here's the link that you want to go to. Okay. Okay. So in the chat, I left the link there. Okay. You can actually click on that link. It'll take you right to the order page. If you want to get started with My Lead System Pro, I hang out a little bit here. If anybody has any questions, okay. I don't really see any coming through. So perhaps you don't have any questions. Okay. So go to this link and go ahead and check that out and see if it's something you want to get involved with. And if it is, go ahead and take the trial. You'll have a chance to work with me directly. I'll give you coaching resources. I'll give you access to our mastermind group. And again, I'll work with you hand in hand. I'll show you how this works. Okay. I'm going to be doing hangouts like this just for, members, so I can actually take them through the process and train them. So if that's something you're interested in, understand that you're never going to be left alone. I'm going to actually show you how this thing works. I'm going to work closely with you because, again, I do want you to see success. Okay. Because if you can see success, you're happy, I'm happy, everyone's excited. We work together as a team. Okay. So, hopefully you got some awesome, Adrian. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me give you the link here. I'm going to just wrap up here and give you the link. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to leave you this link. Once I log off here in the next 10 seconds, it's going to take you right to a page and you can actually check out the trial. And if it's something you want to get involved with, great. If not, no problem, no worries. If you want to hit me up on Facebook and communicate with me there and ask me some questions, no problem. I want to just give you whatever it is that you're looking for. If you're looking for help, then I'll be there to help you. Okay. With that being said, a lot of times you'll ask me for help and I'll say, well, you got to generate leads and use this tool and use that tool. If you don't have the tools, you're not gonna be able to duplicate what I did. Okay. Or what I do. So for you to duplicate and get to a point where you're getting leads to the point like what I'm doing, you're going to probably need to have the tools, okay, that I'm using. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. Okay. So hopefully that made sense for you. Again, I'm available on Facebook. I'm on Messenger all the time. Again, communicate with me. I love to hear from you, touch base with you. I'm here to help out. Okay. All right, guys, have a great night. I'll see you at the next webinar.